So those that are listening to the asynchronous lesson, there will be no groups on Friday and no 11 o'clock group today. Okay, so that way in case those kids see this video later, they can remember those directions. All right, today what we're going to do is we're going to look back at the math test that we did yesterday. These 3 questions are the ones that people miss the most. I'm going to turn off the lights part, okay? So, because they have to see. Can you still see?
Yeah.
Okay, your eyes will have to adjust. All right, so it says, can you all see that? All right, so we're going to look at the 3 problems that people miss the most. I have a mask on because I have a student in my room, so, but I'm loud anyway, so you'll be okay. Which number line shows 40 in the right place? And most of you, that was really bright, okay. Most of you said the answer was A. All right, but I think what we forgot to do was one important step. What did we forget? What's wrong with A? What did we forget to do? Who would like to answer? Cruz, what did we forget to do?
It has 25, but then it says 40, and that's not correct with 5s.
Oh, so
I forgot the 30 and 35.
You're right. So you notice right here at the beginning it says 15, 20. The next one would be what?
25. And then
25.
Not work.
So one of the first things we do on number lines is we number it. So this is 25. And then, so does it work that way? 15, 20, 25, 40? Nope, sorry. So that's out. The next one, B. All right. B says 15, 20. What comes next, Susan?
25.
25, good. What comes next, Kason? 30. 35. And then 40. Did that land on the right spot? Yes. Am I going to just circle B? No. If you shook your head yes, so sorry. Because if B is correct, then A, C, and D have to be wrong. I have to prove that they are wrong. Okay, we've already proved that A was wrong because we don't count 15, 20, 25, 40. Right? We skipped some numbers. We can't skip numbers. So let's make sure that C is wrong. So 15, 20, what's next, Hank?
25.
25. 30, what's next? Let's see, Savannah. What comes after 30? 35. And then what comes after 35, Eli?
40.
40. Well, what's wrong with this one? What's the mistake? Do you see a mistake, Tyler? What's the problem? What's the problem with this one?
I can't.
Can you see that, dude? How many 40s are there? There's a 40 here and a 40 here. Can you do that on a number line?
No.
No, you can't have 2 40s on a number line. You can only have one. So that's a problem. All right? Boston, 15, 20, what comes next?
25.
25, yes sir. What comes after 30? What comes next, Mason?
35.
35. What comes next, Michelle? Are you on there? There you are. What comes after 35?
40.
40. What comes after 40? What comes next, Cruz?
45.
45. You see a problem with this one? Yes. There's 2 40s again. Okay? So you can only have one number 40, and I think a lot of students forgot to label the numbers. They skipped labeling the numbers. Don't forget, when you see the little tick marks, that's what these lines are called, up and down. Don't forget to label that. Okay? Don't forget to put numbers there. If you don't, then you're going to get confused because you're going to start counting it wrong. So now, if A, C, and D are wrong, that means the correct answer has to be B. Okay? But always remember to always go back and check your work. Okay? Slow down and check your work. That goes even for today on your science work. If A is right, make sure that B, C, and D are wrong. There's no way, it is impossible that the other three are right. Okay? And there's always going to be 2 smart answers and 2 silly answers, crazy answers. Okay? We're going to see one more word, what I'm talking about. All right. Number 12. All right, this one was the other one that was the most missed. We're going to do 3 problems today of the 15. This was number 2. This was one of the most missed. And that is, it says at 3 parks, there were 201 kids, 198 kids, and 220 kids. Select the answer below that shows the number of kids at the parks ordered from greatest to least. From greatest to least. What does greatest mean? Tyler, what is greatest?
The biggest number.
The biggest number. So this one is big. Sophia, what does least mean? Are you there, sweetheart? Sophia, what is least? Right, that is the least number, but what does least mean?
It means
Smaller number. So we're going from big to small. Most of you chose A. What's wrong with A? What's the problem with A? A has a problem. Kason, what's the problem with it? Yeah, this one's going from small to big. And the question says from big to small. Oops. So we gotta make sure we're going in the right order. Now, B has a problem with, what's the problem with B? Do you see a problem with B? Milo, what's wrong with B?
Oh, I'm just saying that on my computer it says the connection is unavailable.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. You having computer problems? Best thing to do is you turn it off, turn it back on. Sorry, friend. Sorry you're having that problem, dude. Alright. Sorry, man. Boston, what's wrong with B?
So, it's not from greatest to least or from least to greatest. Because 98, 120, 101, the greatest is in the middle and the least is in the first.
Right?
The second least is in the end.
Do you also notice something else? It has the wrong numbers.
Yeah.
The numbers up here say 198. This one says 98. This one says 220. And this one says 120. It has the wrong numbers. I don't know where it got those numbers. It just pulled them out of the air and said, oh, I think this sounds like a good number. You can't do that. You gotta.
Got it from some videos.
Yeah, they're just like, a random number. So let's check out D. D says 201, 220, and then 198. Well, they have the smallest at the end. So this is the smallest. This is the middle. And this is the large. Small, medium, and large. You can't do that either. You gotta go in order from big to small. So the answer is C. Okay, the correct answer is C. All right, let's look at one more. This one was the most missed out of the whole second grade. And that was number 15. This one was the number one most missed question. So I'm going to cover it really quickly, and then we will be finished. Give me about 2 minutes, I'll finish. All right, so there's my answer choices. Most of you said for this answer, the answer is B. Okay, well, if here's 50, here's 90, 95 would be way over here. That little dot right here would be 95. Sorry, my pen's not working very well. So 95 has a problem because it's way off the number line. So therefore, B is out. Option A says 40. Well, 40 would be off the grid over here. It'd be off the number line. So A and B are my silly answers because they're off the number line. It has to be on the number line. There's the dot that we're looking for. What I do to get this is I go halfway between. Halfway between 50 and 90, about right there, about. It's an estimate. Halfway between 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So this one, oops, silly me. Silly Mr. Clem, tricks are for kids. So halfway between 50 and 90 is 70. So we know it has to be bigger than halfway. Is 65 bigger than 70, Eli? Nope. So that's out. The only one it can be then is 80. If we put 50, we put here 60. Again, we have to label the number lines. When we put about 80 right there, then 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, the answer has to be 80. Okay? So remember on those number lines, friends, make sure you number it. Make sure you label it. Okay? That was our biggest thing that we have to fix next time. All right? But I just have to celebrate one quick thing before we go, and that is your scores were amazing. I just have to say, you guys did phenomenal. There were 15 children in my class, and 14 kids did extremely well. That is awesome. 14 out of 15 passed. Whoop, 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 whoop. And I'm super duper proud of you. I'm super duper proud of you. And so keep up the good work, guys. And the one person that wasn't quite at passing was only missing it by like 2 questions. So guess what? We were so close to 100%. And I bet you anything, next time, we're going to work really hard and get 100%. So I'm super proud of you. All right. Last thing I got is I have these students who have turned in their science tests, and those are going very well. And that is Mason, CJ. Mason, CJ, Cruz, Sophia, Penny, Selena, Boston, Tyler, Landon, and Carter. You guys have turned in your science tests. If I did not call your name, I don't have it. So please make sure you get on and submit your science test. Okay? Please get that done. All right? I will see y'all later. Love y'all. Bye. Bye, guys. Let me turn off my video. I'll come right back. Love you guys. Remember, no 11 o'clock today.